The names that built this program are legendary. Lewis, Taylor, Reed, Portis, Kosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on a team who is rested and ready, coming off a bye, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Miami's offense is on the field for the first time today. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they've built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
Wants to throw on first down. Going for a big play right.
Go get it.
He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny. You spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs,
Hey, they wouldn't let me pick my play.
Preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. The Hurricanes will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Tar Heels offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Back to pass, it's Potts. They're bringing heat. Makes the grab. They'll get him on the ground.
Oh, my God. He caught the ball.
It'll be a first down. New set of downs after that completion. From the gun, the running back has it. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They'll give it to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays.
Good pass. Way to lead them.
Getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They go to the ground. The Tar Heels get enough to move the chains.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. From the gun, leaves
This is no way he just lets.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard.
I cannot stand that, man.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. They'll run it from the gun. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like...
That's mine.
Picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
With jet sweep pass. Tackled after picking up the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Firing to the right, complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
My old coach says you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone.
Let's go, baby.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Jacksonville State is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in CUSA, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Liberty. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
I'm like, dang, that's man coverage.
Take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside.
They kill me making them dive in one spot, man. I can't stand that.
All being backed up, and they've got a first down.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here. When you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
They're trying to get to it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll start this drive from the 42. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Working that left side now. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll leave it with him. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line getting set on second down. To the air, it's Potts. Trying to get to him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Fast motion from the offense. On second down, they'll take to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Stevens. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, UNC! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's shown it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
They're working that left side. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Give to the back. And he make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
On second down, he's looking downfield.
Hey, that was it, man.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They'll try the left side.
Oh, everybody got blocked. Oh, so
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
The give on the inside. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Got his man down the middle. And tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards, added up for a first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They got a 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. Makes the grab on the left.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the right. He's got it. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered.
To the end zone, and is picked off.
go, 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 go.
Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick 6. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-line.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Just enough time to get off one more snap. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific start from there in beautiful Miami Gardens. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number 1 for that opposing sideline.
The Canes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they're paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Back to throw, it's Potts. Pressure coming.
Way to catch the ball, baby.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Power football with the run.
No, that's not where I wanted to run. The CPU made me run in there.
Where to go?
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride. Stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
He wants to pass it on second down. Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Well, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Motion from the offense. From the gun, he leads it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
He hurls one deep down the left side.
Good D, baby.
Points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Canes decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
He was open.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Tar Heels will punt this one away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
From the gun, the ground game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
That's a hold.
Turns it on.
Look, they slowed him down.
Oh, look out. There he goes. Smashes him with the
Oh,
stiff
my
arm.
God. What?
Touchdown, Miami. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. West Virginia is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Don Nehlen, this has not been a blowout today in Morgantown. They're up by 7 over Colorado. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll try the left side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Crosses the 40. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside.
You mean the internet won't let you?
That's where this guy is most dangerous.
It's complete. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
When I have all that speed on the field, I got to find a favorable matchup. They're all across the board. Which guy do I know can win? Man-to-man.
Oh, you were in the way, beanhead. It wasn't going to you.
Great job by the defense taking away the quarterback's primary target on that play and forcing the incompletion.
Second down coming up. The give to the tailback. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground.
Oh, cut outside.
In the red zone, he's got 4, and he's down at the 12.
Need a jump cut.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Touchdown, North Carolina! And the route is on. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that ball is picked off. And he's
right to that.
after a solid return on the pick.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football.
That's not a flag?
They'll run this play from the pistol. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Touchdown, UNC! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense obviously just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Offense getting set for first down. He wants to throw. That's caught. It's Sanford. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
I'll tell you, you've got to give this defense credit. That was only his second catch of the game. He came into this as one of the best receivers in all of college football.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Got it in stride inside the 20. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense.
42 Spider. Hey, Cam.
From the gun. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Operating in the red zone here on second down. To the ground with the back. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. After that last one, they're staring at a second and long first down marker just short of the goal line.
Where are you going?
On third down, he drops to throw. And
Dude, pick the ball.
by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find
not
themselves
first down.
by a lot right here late in the game.
A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Here's the handoff. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen. Strip the football, do something.
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Looking for space, it's Cooper. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. Off play action. It's complete to the left. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation. So the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires left. It's caught downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Canes look to do some damage in the red zone. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He'll come out throwing on first down.
Why are you standing there like that?
Trying to finish the drive with a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. And he's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line. They'll stop him at the 1. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. He won't have any problem with the distance, but the angle could be a different story from the left. Just drives it between the uprights. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man has no place. Place to hide and a place to be tackled. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel grouping. Show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Offense working from the pistol. They want that clock to run. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop.
Man, my guard has gotten twice. Simple,
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just
What are you
did.
doing?
It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his back in the middle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And this is exactly where you're going to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little